You're listening to 107.9 FM The Berg. I'm your host, Meg Boschin, and this is Fitness Friday, where each week we discuss one of the 4 pillars of fitness: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, and how keeping all 4 in shape is the key to living your best life. This week, we're targeting the physical pillar. We're going to deep dive into what exactly is happening when we practice AYAMA yoga. The studio has been open for just over a month, and lots of great reviews are already coming in for exactly what it promises: pain elimination, pain-free living. Even I am noticing this, as I'm the one teaching every class right now. And what's more amazing is that I'm not tired or, quote unquote, burnt out or sore, teaching up to 3 classes a day. This is because AYAMA is working to activate the slow twitch muscle fibers. Slow twitch muscle fibers are endurance fibers designed for long duration, low intensity aerobic activities like walking, jogging, and I love this, posture maintenance. If you're out of shape, you know that just standing up straight and sucking in your belly can be difficult. Can you relate? I think one of the hardest things about an exercise routine is maintaining it after the first few weeks. What we forget about is the importance of support, and why trainers, therapists, and group fitness work so well is because they hold us accountable. We have to show up for them, for the appointment. Without that accountability, most of us give up after the first few weeks and never get to experience real change or the benefit that a sustained, committed exercise routine can offer us. That's what we do at AYAMA Club. We show up. We show up for each other. We support each other. We support the commitment we've all made. Which leads me to one of the most frequently asked questions I've been asked since opening. Many of the students will come in, get ready to practice, and ask me, "Will you be correcting me?" To clarify for people who may not be that familiar with yoga or yoga studio etiquette, it's very common practice in many yoga studios for teachers to take the liberty of judging your posture and alignment and actively correct it with hands-on manipulation, oftentimes pushing you deeper into a pose or a stretch. Well, since the Me Too movement and the exposure of the dark side of the yoga world, it has become common practice to require consent to touch a student's body. That being said, it doesn't address the real problem. Who says you're doing it wrong? In my studio, you're doing everything right just by being there, showing up for yourself and for me and for your fellow yogis. Not to mention the fact that by manipulating or forcing any student deeper into any pose, you're actually harming them on many different levels, as we are now learning through science that stretching is not good for the body. And that is a very hard concept for most longtime yogis that have been stretching or teaching stretching, that stretching is not good for you. Often, when I try to explain what we're doing, even with the science to back me, I receive comments like, interesting perspective. Only it's not a perspective. It's proven by science that stretching actually stresses your muscles and puts you at a greater risk of developing pain and injury. The long and short is that flexibility equals instability. So stop trying to touch your toes. In my studio, I don't correct you. I cue you. I talk a lot, describing and cueing every movement you make so you can relate specific muscles to the movements we are doing and thus do it correctly. If I push you or move you into proper alignment, how will you know how to do it yourself or hold it? You won't. So what's the point of that? That's right. There is no point. Wherever we are trusting someone to guide us in any kind of exercise program, we should be able to ask them why. Why am I doing this? And the instructor should be able to tell you. exactly what benefits it has. Or why else would we be doing it? At AYAMA Club, we are discovering our bodies and how they work, discovering muscles we didn't even know we had, and very important muscles. One of the most fascinating things I have learned on my own AYAMA journey is how little I knew about how my own body works. I think it's time for you to discover how your body actually works. It's time for you to discover AYAMA Club, the evolution of yoga, and perhaps the evolution of you. You're listening to 107.9 FM The Berg. I'm Meg Boschin, your host for Fitness Friday. If you're just tuning in, we've been discussing the new yoga studio in town, AYAMA Club, where you will discover how your body actually works and why you belong there. Check it out at ayamaclub.com. Your pain-free life awaits, mind, body, and soul.